Oh my God.
Stop it. That's not how I wanted to start this. I have OCD. I gotta go close this cabinet.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, I'm just practicing.
Okay. Do whatever.
Oh my God.
Leave.
All right, bye.
Okay, welcome back to Relatable episode 20. It's just a solo episode today because Jillian's decided to test my limits and has been practicing, oh my God, at least 50 times a day on me and asking how each of them are from a technical standpoint. And I want to blow my brains out.
It's not my fault that is an insanely hard note sequence to hit.
It's not. It's not that hard. I don't know. I just don't know why you can't sing.
Look at you
Shut
big
up.
singer. Oh.
I just don't know why you can't sing any other song. I don't know why it's just, oh my God, like 10,000 times a day.
What else am I supposed to sing?
Literally anything else.
Well, you know what? I was saying that a lot today because when I fucking walked outside, I saw some motherfucker hit my goddamn car.
Yep. She left this morning. Well, afternoon, to be honest, because we woke up at 12 because we stayed up till 3 watching the new Spider-Man last night. And so she leaves and then she comes back and I was like, did you fuck up and forget something? And she's like, dude, someone hit and run in my car. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I fucking hop out of bed in my pajamas and someone hit the hubcap off of her fucking car.
Yeah, like they hit me and it dented like the back panel of my car. And it knocked off the hubcap. It was like scattered across the whole street. And then, you know, there's just scrapes and a big dent. And I'm really fucking upset about it. And whoever fucking did that, I hope they have hemorrhoids for the rest of their fucking life. And I hope they're chronic.
But then we saw across the street, there's this building that has a security camera. And we were like, oh, let's call them and see if they can fucking give us the footage and report it to the police, which I'm just... in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm sorry, Jill, but like, no one's fucking getting caught for this.
Well, unfortunately, the CCTV will most likely not even be a reliable source because they probably don't even have those cameras on. Dude, my parents put fake cameras up on our old house because like we had a barn in the backyard and there was a back entrance to our property that people would, I don't know, someone did something. They either like
fuck one of your horses.
Yeah, they were trying to fuck my horse. And which like, first of all, get in line. But... but my parents put up this like fake camera and whoever, I think someone might have just been like parking in front of the gate or something. And my parents were like, bitch. I remember the first official accident I got into with my car was because it was in high school and I, you know, slept through my alarm and was late as I often chronically am.
As she do.
And it was like the pre-SAT test or whatever. And I was trying to park and I was trying to go as quickly as I could. And instead of hitting the brakes, I hit the gas and I floored it, just absolutely fucking revved it into the brick wall of this building. And of
into
course,
a classroom and all the students are just staring at you.
Yeah,
and
I'm like
debris
hey.
falling.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. So no, luckily the wall was fine, of course, but my car was totaled. But I think what was so traumatizing is that the security guard for the school came out and he was this older black gentleman.
I'm just picturing Hannibal Buress for some reason because we just saw Spider-Man.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like that's like equatable. So
fucking fun.
He was so fucking nice. He's like comes over because he hears this crash and I'm like on the brink of tears because these girls had seen it and started laughing at me, which is really humiliating. But this guy, he comes over and he's like, not even like, are you okay? He was like, oh my Lord, you could have killed somebody. What if someone was walking on the sidewalk? You could have killed someone.
Oh my fucking God.
And like, that did not make me feel better at all. I was like, oh my God, you're right. So
you like violently reverse back into someone else's car and then leave.
Yeah.
You like fucking hit and run 10 cars trying to get out of the parking lot.
I was like, wait.
Sorry.
I was like, wait, you're right. Hold on a minute. And then I like backed out and waited for someone to walk in front of my car, and then I floored it again.
Fuck, you're right. I missed. Oh my God.
That's why I was so upset, because I didn't hit someone. But obviously that didn't make me fucking feel better. I was like, okay, thank you.
What a fucking nightmare.
I think what was so weird about it is that I was in shock, so I didn't know what to do. So I actually ended up just going into class, and I found like the classroom that I had to go into for the pre-SAT, and then I sat down and my neck starts hurting, and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, I should probably tell someone what just happened. So I go up to the teacher, like the proctor, and I was like, hey, I just hit my car into a wall. I'm going to go to the office. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. So I went into the office. I was like, yeah, I hit the brick wall in the back. They were like, okay. So like they call my mom, and she comes, and then the principal or the dean of the school or whatever, they're like, okay, yeah, the wall's fine. Like, we're not going to, whatever, like just call a tow truck. And like they had to take the car
together. You've told me that story a few times, and I still can't fucking believe it's real, because in my mind I'm picturing you crashing into the side of a building and like disrupting
the wall
a classroom.
crumbling.
Yeah. And the fact that you just fucking left the scene of the crime and waltzed into class, I like to picture your car was just like stuck into the wall, and you got out with like the keys still inside, and you
like,
just
okay.
stumbled your way to take the piece out.
I have like blood coming from my ears. Like,
luckily I've never been in a car accident where I've been injured physically.
I had some pretty gnarly whiplash from hitting that brick wall.
It sounds like it. You're just like sitting trying to take the preset, and you're like, can you read this for me? No, that's insane. It's really surprising that teenagers are able to drive.
I think that's why my parents had us driving the Land Cruiser, because that thing was indestructible. And, if you're going to hit a brick wall, you might as well do it as a teenager when you're not very good at driving yet. You just got to make sure you don't hit anyone, but it's good practice.
Unless you feel like it.
Well, yeah.
I drive by those little clown cars all the time that don't have back seats, and not like a sports car. And I just imagine how fucking awful it would be to get in an accident in one of those, because I feel like you just get crushed into like a cube,
like a little accordion.
Yeah,
it's so true though. They're so small. I mean, I don't understand. Well, I understand the appeal, because it's like, oh, it's so small and you can park like wherever the fuck you want, essentially.
That is in LA. I can't tell you how important that is, because the amount of hours and days accumulatively that have been taken off my life trying to find parking is an exquisite amount.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It sucks.
I mean, literally, I've been places like we went to the Grove last night, and we were there for maybe 3 hours, and it was like $14. But we had a super fun time though last night, because we went to go see Spider-Man, and it was so fucking phenomenal. Like, this is for me peak movie going experience, when you go to a theater and everyone's excited and there to see Spider-Man. People are dressed up. These kids like full on had like masks on that they never took off, like the full face mask
that had like Spider-Man's face and Venom's face.
Yeah. And we were waiting in line to scan our tickets, and this one random kid was like, "You guys going to see Spider-Man?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And it was like this big community outing. I don't know if we should spoil it too much, but
well,
the cameos and whatnot.
Yeah, spoiler warning. If you don't want to hear this, then
maybe skip ahead. Like,
I mean, we won't give major spoilers.
We went really way too far into Venom, and I think people didn't give a fuck about that. So everyone's going in there expecting some cameos from the other Spider-Mans and whatnot, and like all those Spider-Man villains. And so every time those fucking cameos came on, I shit you not, it was like a deafening roar.
Yeah, people lost their fucking minds. I gotta say, I was actually disappointed in the movie.
Yeah, because her boyfriend wasn't in it. He was in it for like 5 seconds, and she immediately cried and left the theater, which was fine because it was the last scene. Anyway.
Well, when I saw him, I was shitting, crying, screaming, farting, throwing up. When he came on screen,
we're talking about Venom.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Venom. First of all, like I'm so glad that he got like a little bit of a Marvel treatment, because like they were basically just like getting drunk at this bar. Eddie Brock was trying to figure out what the fuck was happening, and Venom, like, they stand up and Venom's like, Eddie, we're drunk, let's go skinny dipping. It's just like, I fucking love that dynamic that they have where they're just like, fuck yeah, like, let's go fucking skinny dip when we're drunk. And
so fucking cute.
I'm just gonna come out and say it, like, I am a monster fucker and I want Venom to like ravish me. I love that character so fucking much.
It's
and you
the
know
tongue,
what?
isn't it?
Yes. I unironically really like those movies.
They have a good heart to them. The execution is not
Just
great.
not there. Yeah, I mean, they suck. I recognize that they suck, but I really like them.
They're like delicious trash.
Yeah, it's just like a guilty pleasure. You know, like when it's like 12 a.m. and you're kind of hungry, and then there's like a box of bonbons in the freezer, and you're like, should I do it? And then you do.
Or it's like when you're, let's say you're on the street and you're freezing, you don't have anywhere to go, and you see a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And it smells like trash and garbage, but
it's so alluring.
and you're cold. So you cozy on up to it, and yeah, it smells like burning diapers and old food scraps, but you're warm.
Yeah.
And it's for about 2 hours of your life.
For a brief moment, you feel joy.
You feel at peace.
But then when you leave, you're like, why did I do that? Then you sit in your shower, like the bottom of your shower, and cry.
It was funny in the movie because they were talking about like different villains that they fought. And like, the current Peter was like, oh, I fought an alien once. He was purple. And for whatever reason at the beginning of the show, I just had the thought, like, do you think Thanos is circumcised? Like, does he have genitalia? I just need to know.
Yes and no. As in, yes, he has a dick, and no, he is not circumcised.
Or you answered it in the reverse. Yes, he's circumcised. No, he doesn't have a dick. Figure it out.
No, because circumcision is like a religious based thing.
What if Thanos is Jewish? You don't know.
Well, shit.
He just comes to Earth and he's like, L'chaim.
Back to Thanos having a dick or not. Yes, I think Thanos has a penis. And I don't think he's circumcised, because why would he be?
Do you think he's hanging dong? Do you think it's
I
just
think
like,
he hangs dong.
or do you think he has a micro penis?
You know
And that's
what?
why he feels like he needs to destroy half the population.
It's either massive or very, very small, and there's no in between.
I think it might be an inferiority complex thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that sounds like stereotypical, but it does exist for some men
A
or
Napoleon
aliens.
complex with his cock.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, my dick is small. I better destroy half the universe.
Or he's pissed that his brother, Harry Styles, is so popular, even though he's very muscular and has a massive penis. He's like, I don't understand.
It's because I'm bald, isn't it?
It's because I'm bald and purple, isn't it?
You
This
know,
fucking little Harry Styles ass bitch.
it is kind of weird hearing Spider-Man describe Thanos as just like a purple alien, because I think that's the first time anyone has ever said like, oh yeah, he's purple. It's not just like, I mean, because obviously when you look at him, yeah, he's purple, but like hearing someone say a purple alien,
Yeah.
I picture like the fucking flying purple people eater.
Mm-hmm. Not just a buff purple man with a large chin deformity.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because when you look at sci-fi and you look at just popularized depictions of aliens, so many of them are just like humans with like green skin or weird eyeballs and like weird ears or something. It's like, okay, like we can be a little more original than that. I mean, I don't think it's so far-fetched to say that like aliens wouldn't be or would be like humanoid. Like
That's how I know no one has actually seen an alien, because we do this thing where we'll like anthropomorphize things that we don't know anything about, where we'll just assign our own traits to them. Aliens are probably like, they might exist as a fucking ball of gas. Like,
well, right.
who
like,
knows?
Who's to say that they're bipedal with like opposable thumbs? Like,
Maybe they're just like penises with a face.
it's very possible.
That's the kind of aliens I want to see.
If you can dream it, you can make it a reality. I don't know.
Is that how, are we manifesting dick
Yes,
aliens?
I want to
right
manifest
now?
some penis aliens and keep a little one
For
as
no
a
reason
pet.
in particular. If they wanted to come visit me, I'm wide open. I mean, my door's open. No, it's so funny because you hear all these like alien abduction stories, and they're all relatively similar, because I think
It's just sleep paralysis.
Maybe. I think that there's a real sleep paralysis thing where people see a certain collection of the same things. Like I saw the big, tall, skinny man with the top hat when I had sleep paralysis, which is fucking terrifying. But no, the alien thing, it's like, it's just a bunch of regurgitated bits and pieces of the same story relatively. Like there was one story I heard about where it was like these people in the South that were freaking the fuck out about like seeing some alien in their barn or farmhouse or whatever. Come to find out, like, reports describing it kind of pointed to the fact that it was probably just a large owl.
Dude, baby barn owls are fucking terrifying because they're very featherless for the most part, and they have these big long limbs with like big old eyeballs, and they go like,
yeah,
and they like move in circles. So I think it's safe to say that a lot of people might have just seen some weird fucking baby owls. We
got some hillbillies. You know, they're always like either asleep or drunk. So they drank a little too much moonshine, saw some owls, and they were like, holy shit.
Yeah, sweet Jesus.
You see that over there? You see them aliens? See
it's
those
got
eyes glowing?
2 big old eyes, long legs, and a beak.
And wings.
It's definitely not reminiscent of a creature that exists on this earth.
And then they fucking reported to the police, and the police are like, that's an owl.
Sir, that is an owl. This is the 10th time you've called this week.
Like, he just shows them a picture of exactly what he saw. It's just like, a fucking
shit,
owl.
You saw it too. They're like, no, this is from the local wildlife office. Like, this is an owl.
So they've known about this the whole time.
You're telling me that the government is trying to cover this up? Oh my God. It's a big government conspiracy.
It's so fucking funny.
Dude, did you know, I was just thinking of sleep paralysis. I don't know if I ever told you. I actually had one of the worst fucking episodes of sleep paralysis one time.
What?
It was awful.
What happened?
Well, it's like, you know, you wake up and you can't move. Like you're just stuck. And you like obviously kind of panic a little. And I looked around and I saw the most horrifying fucking creature in the corner of my room.
What the fuck was it?
Your mom.
I told her to stop doing that.
I'm going to have to like involve the police at some point because it's getting a little.
No, she told me she's going to stop. I mean, granted, she's been saying that for 20 years, but I'm so sorry.
I'm so sick of it because I wake up and I see her there and I can't even do anything. I'm just
okay, but
stuck.
is she wearing clothes this time? Like,
no. Fuck. No, she wasn't.
I'm going to need to call her about this.
I mean, I don't know if you constitute those little like candy thong and bikinis as clothes. Like, I guess she was wearing that.
Well, I mean, that, you know, everyone has their own kind of fashion sense, but I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
That's terrifying though. If I woke up and someone was in my fucking room for real, dude, I'm smothering myself with my own pillow.
Yeah, I think I would just pass away. I because like, oh my God.
You'd shit and pass away out of fear. And then
maybe
shit
in
more.
no particular order. Yeah, because you poop when you die. But I feel like
sometimes I feel like I'm dying when I poop.
Me too, bitch. I got hemorrhoids. No, I feel like honestly, because like sometimes when I'm laying in bed and I am just like on TikTok before I go to sleep, I'll see these really fucking scary videos of people who are like, oh, like I'm being like haunted or whatever. And it'll be like they saw like a shape in like one of their windows or I don't know. It's fucking.
It's Joe Biden.
Yeah. Fucking Joe Biden.
You get the stimulus check?
Yeah. Come on, man. No, it's really shitty having an overactive imagination because then I start imagining like, what if I like roll over and there's just like a creature like staring at me?
That's fucking terrifying.
I just vividly picture it.
Did we ever tell people about that thing we used to do when you'd come sleep over and we'd stare at each other's faces late at night?
Oh my God.
In the dark. And if we stared long enough, they'd start to morph into like an alien face or some shit. Mm-hmm. We were not intoxicated. We were like 12 years old.
We were just fucking
shit.
Weird little kids who were like, we'll stare at each other until we see monsters.
Do you want to get high on life? But I think that's like a thing where your brain just kind of fills in the gaps of what it's not seeing. And it's like, I guess they're a fucking massive bug head now. I
Oh,
don't know.
for sure. Well, think of all the times that you've like seen a person or a face when there wasn't one, like when it's dark and there's just not enough light information.
Yeah. That's what someone said when they saw my butthole one time, because it was just so dark. They had to fill in the gaps of what they were seeing. And they saw Teddy Roosevelt in there, which was really fucking weird because
Wow. The Teddy Roosevelt.
he's reincarnated as my butthole.
The mole in your butt crack.
The mole in my butt crack.
I have little dimples above my butt crack.
That's cute.
They are really cute.
My butt is it exists and it is what it is. No one's fucking getting too excited about it, but your butt is,
Dude, one time when I was working at the chocolate shop I used to work at in high school, I didn't know what the saying meant. I just knew that it was like a thing that people said about your butt. And this woman came in. She was like, oh my God, haha, like, how do you not eat all the chocolate? And I was like, oh, well, I already have enough cushion for the pushing. And she kind of looked at me like she didn't really laugh or anything. I was like, oh, like whatever. Like, and then I realized way later in life that I was talking about, getting fucked from behind. And I was like this 16-year-old kid being like, I have enough cushion for the pushing already.
She fucking drops her purse and just leads her kid out the store.
I thought this was a family establishment.
No, I like to picture that she's like, I'm surprised you don't eat the chocolate all the time. And you're like, who says I haven't? And you turn around and you have like Squidward's cellulite ass butt.
Oh my God. My boss is like, if you eat one more piece, you're going to explode. And I'm like, yeah, right.
Fuck off. No, that would be dangerous. I worked at a vegan ice cream shop when I first moved here, and dude, just samples when I was bored. Just samples all the time. And I could take home a scoop and a cookie every night if I fucking wanted to.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I used to, because like we had like an oops bin of chocolate that just like got damaged or like, whatever. Like it just didn't look good.
Did you damage it on purpose ever?
Exactly.
No, this whole bar is fucked up. It just feels wrong.
That's so weird. This whole box of chocolate is just, I don't know. There's something off about it.
I have bites out of it. It's fucking bizarre.
Getting a really bad vibe. I better take it home and make sure there's nothing wrong with it.
I think we have rodents.
No, but we used to have ice cream there too. And like anytime someone would order a milkshake, I would always make extra and drink the rest.
Oh,
so
God.
good.
I can't work in the food industry though, because I'm tempted to eat everything all the time. And I feel like I'd be too tempted to like steal a fry at a restaurant or some shit.
I've heard a lot of people that will be like, oh, if you order like a steak or whatever at a restaurant and you don't finish it, then like the waiters or whoever will eat it.
That doesn't seem right.
I know. And that's sad too, because what does that say? Like, we're just not fucking paying these people enough that they feel like they have to eat someone's fucking scraps.
The waiter that like takes it back is like, all right, guys, here's another one.
Yeah.
throws it to him and they fight. They're like,
you're like, down, boy, easy.
You'd like apply for the job and you're getting walked through like the how-tos and whatnot of the kitchen, and they're like, so one of the perks here is you get to eat leftovers, and here's our trough. You can see some of the employees now are enjoying themselves.
And if you and another employee reach for the same item, you are legally required to gladiator it out.
To gladiator style, battle it out. Yeah.
In a coliseum. We have our own coliseum.
We will provide swords and shields.
Yes, and you are legally required to duke it out, and the loser has to die. That's just how it is.
And then you can eat them as well if you feel so inclined.
If you so choose.
Anyway, what were we talking about? We had a really nice weekend, and we're just trying to bank as many episodes as we can before the holidays, and I'm like trying not to lose my mind. So hopefully by this time I will have had an amazing time in London and come back safe. And Jillian's gonna go take a hot steamy dump, and we're gonna go record some Let's Play stuff.
Ew. Which will already be out by the time this episode airs. So
so
enjoy.
we all have better already watched it. That's right. And laughed at all the jokes we clearly made.
That's right.
Because we're so on it today.
We're so
after
funny.
Jillian's fucking hit and run accident, we're in such a good mood. So funny, so laugh. Anyway, Happy New Year.
Woo! Happy New Year.
And good luck with those New Year's resolutions and whatnot.
Yeah.
We all know you're not going to keep them. It's fine.
It's okay. No one is.
We're not either. But till next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.